Well, what's the time? 4, 8. Well, good afternoon, good evening, and again, it's your boy Joel. For some of you that calls me Jay, I like to greet you, wherever you are, whether you're at work, home. Uh, a lovely afternoon. It's my day off today, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to share one beautiful message with my friend. And again, I love you and I care so much. Um, I wanted to talk about this thing long time ago, and I've discussed this with one of my best friend, King. Gonna have a time to meet him one day on a platform. Um, but it's something that we all call taboo. Uh, something that nobody want to talk about. But it's something that is crucial, and it's something that is good to be revealed. Uh, Called struggling with mental health. A lot of people, I study mental health myself. I study psychology and mental health. So I do know, I do have quite a broad understanding of what involves mental health itself. When we talk about mental health, people only see the psychotic phase of mental health. They don't see the all the whole aspect of mental health. Someone can have a disorder of eating, it's still mental health. Someone can have insomnia, it's still something that they're struggling with mentally. Someone can have a what we call an excitement to just grab a piece of paper and just draw. It's still mental health. What I'm trying to say is mental health is a normal thing. We should not be reluctant or afraid to address the issue of mental health, especially when it becomes critical within a certain community. I'm not gonna point out um, minority today. I'm just gonna talk uh, broadly, right? Um, to start with, mental health is a mental state of someone who's struggling with something or coping or maybe not coping with something mentally. It could be depression, it could be schizophrenia, it could be anything. I mean, we're gonna go in details, but I really want to start from the foundation of the thing because I realized that to admit, to realize that I am concerned, I have a problem, or I'm struggling with something is the beginning of a solution. You know, there are people who do not like to confront the situation, who do not address the situation as it's supposed to be addressed. Um, how you see the problem. I always say how you see the problem is the problem. Some people may see a problem and straight away they'll realize a solution beyond it. And some people may hide it. Some people may think that, or if I tell somebody, they will laugh at me, they'll talk about me, or they'll minimize or undermine me. That's not always the case. See, the moment you address a problem, the moment you face your problems, you're already on the right pathway. Um, what I'm trying to say is if you realize, for example, you're dealing with an issue over and over, I'm talking about this from an experienced person, with experience as well. Did struggle with my own problems in the past. Sometimes I've got relapse, I'm honest. And but it's a walking process. You see, Rome was not built in one day, but Rome had a foundation of construction. meaning it started somewhere. See, if you want to build your life upon lies, it's destructive. You're just going to destroy yourself much later. So rather address the issue from the beginning and face the consequences by knowing where the vision leadeth you. You see, how you see the problem is the problem. Somebody say that wherever there's a will, there's a way. So if you have the willpower to change things, to see things in a different way, to admit things, to assess things, and say, you know what? Yeah, I realize I'm struggling with that. You know what? I've got a certain problem with that. You know what? I don't care about who says. I'm gonna do it, my friend. You're on the right path because you came in this world alone, and you shall return alone. Don't live life caring about what people say. People's opinion does not have to define your entity, your destiny, who you are. That's the personal opinions. You are who you are unique, you're created with a different DNA, different chromosomes. There's nobody like you. You see? So empower yourself with that ideology, empower yourself with that set of mind to know that you are who you are. Who cares at the end of the day? You. So, mental health is something much later. We're gonna go in details more and more. So, I take my days off to do discussions like this, no for the sake of it, because I wanted to do it, no, because I just want to enlighten somebody. Um, I want to use also my personal experience to share positivity, greatness with somebody, somebody out there. You get me? So, I was born in the Congo. For some of you that don't know, because I get this question every day: where you say, where you from? Na 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 na. I mean, you speak French, you speak Swahili, you speak Lingala, you speak. Where are you from? Jay or Joel? For some of you, I was born in the Congo. Coming from the Congo to the UK was a hell of a struggle. One, Congo is a French country. Two, is in Africa. So you can understand from a very young age our struggle with integration. Oh dear. And broadcast. All right, it's still continuing. So yeah, so you can understand from a very young age I struggled with integration. I had barriers in communication. I couldn't speak English at all. French is my first language. So I went to school and faced the challenge of seeing different people speaking different language, eating different fruit. In the Congo we eat fufu and different stuff. I don't want to go in details in that. But what I was trying to say is I met differences, challenges. It was difficult. It was difficult to adapt, to integrate, to build up. But guess what? Because it affects you mentally, and a lot of kids coming from abroad when they come, perhaps, for example, to the UK, they do struggle with that. Nevertheless, we have to admit it. But what changes is how parents support their children. Even children from the UK, from Scotland, from England, that have great support from their parents have the have the highest chances to succeed. So when I'm talking about struggling, I'm also talking about the support that you can get from your environment, from your parents, from your friends. So it's always good to choose your surrounding carefully and thoroughly. So I had the support from my family, from parents. So they were mentally strong. That's why you need to be tough on your. I'm not saying be too tough on your children, but you need to have that moral, uh, driven aspect of things, because life is not always going to remain the same. Life is full of ups and downs, full of curves. You see, today you might be up, tomorrow you never know where you're going to be. So it is always good to have that strong mental state and transmit it to your children if you have any. Um, that will support the mental health even as they grow. So from their very young age, I had that support from family that no matter what, you've got to strive. Doesn't matter whether it rains, whether it's sunny, you work hard. You fall down, you get up, son. You fall down again, you get up, you persevere. No, life is not given to you on a silver spoon. No, it was not easy. So the reason why I just gave this illustration is to emphasize on the fact that mental health stuff is something we are, I may say, we all born with, but it develops much later based on the environment, the circumstances, the substances, the things we do, the things we absorb mentally, and the people that surrounded us, and sometimes it may be an incident or an accident, but it's still mental health. You can be depressed, you know. As I told you, I studied mental health back at uni. You've got three type of let me give you an example. For example, depression is a type of mental health. You've got a mild depression, severe depression, chronic depression, so and so. Stress is a form of depression. How often are we stressed? How often do we just wake up in the morning like, oh my God, I'm so stressed today? Mentally, you're depressed. Clinically, you might be depressed. So we should not always think that our stress is a bad thing, and we should not be afraid to exhibit or address the issues. How people cope with stress is relatives. It's subject. Everybody copes with stress in their own different ways and manner. However, here it's good to address. There's so many things. I mean, I've been stressed. I went through phases and phases. But I always realize, see, your state of mind would define the state of your body, the state of your health. See, how you think is how you're gonna be. I think as a man from Leicester say, as a man thinketh, so is he. The way you think will eventually result or affect your health, your physical state, your environment, the way you treat your people, your friends, your family, your work performance, your studies, your eating, your everything will be affected because your mind, it all starts from the mind. So that's why I love to talk about the power of I am. When I talk about the power of I am, I'm not talking about you being the greatest of the greatest. No, no, no. I am is a state of mind. As I told you before, I'm not religious, but even the God that we are prayed, I mean, we pray. Some of you was asked one day, "Who are you?" He never said, "I was" or "I will be." He said, "I am." My name is I am. Why? It's the state, the current, the moment, the now. Whatever you choose now is who you are. You can choose now to go and commit something out there, and that will jeopardize the rest of your life or emphasize your success. You see? So you have to be consciously honest with yourself at all time, knowing that your next action will determine your reaction. Is very important. I don't talk these things for jokes. Sometimes I'll go out there, I meet friends, I meet people, I laugh with them, we joke and blah blah. And they always ask me one question, Jay, how do you do it? Sometimes you write, sometimes you're quiet, sometimes how do you do it? Say, I don't do it. I just believe in the power of now. I just believe in I am. I want to live every day as if it was my last day. Things that I couldn't accomplish yesterday, I'd love to accomplish it today. Given the opportunity. And again, I love to keep my messages so short for a reason for you to reflect upon it. And if you have any comment or you would like to have a participations next time, please inbox me and we can have a conference. We can have a chat together, and that would be lovely. Those that we love to have the anniversaries, weddings, or any events that you have at all, we do have a great team that will support you with all the aspect of videography and photography. You can contact us or send us an email or text, and we'll be so glad and happy to reply to you. Beside that, we have so much more opportunities to offer. Just send us whatever you're interested into. And again, I hope you're gonna have a wonderful day and stay blessed and tuned. And again, your friend Joel.